Xbox has made a gamer credit card. The Xbox MasterCard will give new Game Pass members 3 free months of Ultimate. If the last time you were at the store you thought, I wish it was more clear that I am a gamer while buying these groceries, then Xbox has a solution for you. The official Xbox MasterCard. Announced in Xbox News blog on September 11th, the new Xbox MasterCard, issued by Barclays, will let you use points earned from everyday purchases on games or add-ons in the Xbox Store, and you can even get your gamer tag etched onto one of 5 iconic card designs. They all feature the Xbox logo. But there's a catch. You can only apply for the card if you're an Xbox insider and only if you're in the continental United States, Alaska, or Hawaii. Like most reward based credit cards, you earn points for every dollar you charge on the gamer credit card, but you'll earn even more points if you spend your money in specific places. Um, you'll earn 5 times points for purchases of eligible products at the Xbox and Microsoft Store. You'll earn 3 times the points for an eligible streaming services like Disney Plus and Netflix. You'll also earn 3 times the points on eligible dining delivery services, including Grubhub and DoorDash. It's unclear what the other eligible storefronts are just yet. Let me X that out. Like, if I buy Overwatch coins through my Xbox account in order to get a new $20 skin, will that count towards earning 5 times points on my gamer credit card? Or not, because it's technically through Blizzard's storefront? This is a need to know detail. If you become an Xbox MasterCard member, you'll also get a $50 bonus in the form of points after making your first purchase with the card and 3 months of Xbox Game Pass Ultimate for free, but only if you're not already a Game Pass member. If you're already a Game Pass member, you can easily gift it to a friend to play together, the Xbox News Post reassures. If you're not an Xbox insider, you can't apply for the card. But luckily, becoming an Xbox Insider isn't all that difficult. Just go over to your Xbox console, type Xbox Inside Bundle into the search bar in the store, and install the Xbox Insider Hub. If you're on PC, head to the Microsoft Store from your Start button, type Insider into the search bar, and download the Xbox Insider Hub. Boom, you're in. Will you get the Xbox credit card? Personally, I'm a sucker for cards that earn you points. Hell, I'm flying to England for free thanks to one of these setups. And I'm certainly tempted by the idea of swiping a black Xbox MasterCard that reads, "Hey girl, hey," at my local dispensary, so we'll see. Xbox insiders can apply for the Xbox MasterCard starting September 21st, while the rest of the United States will have to wait until 2024 to get some new plastic in their wallets. Dr. Games 101, are you gonna get a card that says I'm a nerd by getting the Xbox MasterCard?
I'm not planning on doing any more Xbox products anytime soon. Right now, after this week, today's not today exactly, but the last couple of days I've been without Xbox Gold and Ultimate Pass, everything else. So I'm trying to wait for my time to save up to get a PC. Personally, myself, if this was broadcasted or this was mentioned last year, I would have been a sucker in order to get the Xbox credit card to buy the Xbox Series X and S, or either or X and S. Um, right now, it's a good time to take out credit cards. In my perspective, if you're very brand new to like credit cards altogether, so if you're like a gamer for how many years you never took out any credit, and you got no credit, and you want to get the Series X and X, why not use the credit card to get spruce up the moment. But what Microsoft should have done is they should have done a promo. Like if you're an avid Xbox gamer or a past Xbox gamer, you should get like a 10% off of the Xbox Series X and X no matter what. And that would be great if you get if you get the credit card of their credit card edits. That's what they should have done. That would have been a good taker right there. But right now, it's like as a person who's been subscribing for years upon years to Xbox, it's like I want to move on to PC gaming for the time being. So it's like I don't know. It's not. Here's what's going on with Phil Spencer. What happened over the last few weeks now? Like here, watching the interviews of what those what's been doing. I think it's like no, not good for the long term gamer to Xbox gamer to continue with Xbox like that and the credit card that we have. So
Yeah. I have to say, first off, I'm starting to wonder, can anyone become an Xbox insider? If so, what does that mean? 13-year-olds, 14-year-olds, and 15-year-olds can get their hands on this card? Um,
Yeah.
because if that happens, that's going to be a nightmare in itself.
Mm. Yes.
Um, because I think back when we were 13, 14, 15. We didn't know the value of a dollar because we barely had our first jobs, if we had them at that time, and then we're just gonna be like, ooh, I can spend it on this Xbox uh, card, and parents are probably gonna think, oh, it's more like a gift card. It's not really a credit card, even though it's got the Mastercard logo. Um, so I hope that there's like an age limit on this thing, or there's
That's
an
cool.
age limit to someone who could become an Xbox insider. Um, Otherwise, I just see a big catastrophe coming with this card. And honestly, with me more stepping towards retro gaming, because the only game I don't really play that many games on my Xbox One anymore. It's basically for watching YouTube on my TV at this point. Um, yeah, I agree with Dr. Games 101. If this was even a couple years ago, 2, 3 years ago, or maybe even earlier this year, like the beginning of this year, and this was coming out, it would have been awesome. But now, with me caring more about retro gaming, if anything, or just using my Xbox One to play 360 games, it's not something I'm gonna be. It's not something I'm gonna be excited for.
Yeah. I will tell my tale though about the being a 14-year-old. I did have my first job at 14 years old at the 99-cent store across the street from the Wallbounds in Valley Street, New York. It's still there last time I checked, but now the Wallbounds is no longer a Wallbounds, like some other supermarket that I've never heard of.
Really,
So yeah, that was my first ever job on the spot. Yeah, I never
Domin?
told you that
You're
directly.
talking about Domino's across the street from Wallbounds?
No, the 99-cent store.
Oh, okay.
Remember that 99-cent store and up that question wall bounce over in Merritt Boulevard and I think it was Shaw Avenue, that
Yeah,
area.
I remember I remember the Wallbounds near Shaw Avenue. Yeah,
Yeah, that's not too far from the Shaw Avenue school. And
yeah.
actually heard about when the incident happened that some kids got in that school at overnight and took some computers too. That was an incident back that's like 20 years ago now, at
Oh
least.
wow. No, I didn't
So
know about that.
yeah, it wasn't a big story on the news yet, or I must have missed the story on the news, but I heard it word of mouth. So hopefully
Okay.
that's not true, but it was kind of weird for those kids to do that. But other than that, that's a different story of itself altogether. It's a tech story, yes, but still a little not so related. But anyway, yeah, my first job was at that 99 cent and up store. I've got the owner's name though. I will admit that it's my fault. I forgot to asking for his full name. He was like an Italian. He was Italian or heavy set dude. I forgot his name. He must definitely retired right now. Like in some maybe he's an elderly right now person. Last time I checked, because I was like 14 at the time. He must be like at least 50, not 60. So the owner was really good enough to give me a job for a few days with him. And I like that. Got about like $50, $30, something like that.
Hmm.
It was minimum wage. It was like $5, $6 an hour. So
Yeah.
yeah,
My first job, if I remember correctly, was Wheeler Avenue Deli, where I worked for a few months. Um, so yeah, I mean, but even then, I didn't have that job till I was like 16, because you can't work in a deli until you're at least 16, at least when I was a teenager. Um,
yeah,
so it's, I'm, yeah, I mean, again, back to this card, it's just I see a lot of problems, and they're what we really need to know before we can comment on this. Because, like I said, you put this kind of card in a teenager's hands, they're gonna spend they're gonna spend the maximum and not realize what they've done.
yes. But here's the thing though, the as students, as teenage students, we do have responsibilities somehow to ourselves still. So that's entirely our parents' fault because we weren't taught money in school, like the power of the money. We attended business classes in college. Well, at least I did. So I pay attention in class. They taught us how to count change and use dollar bills, stuff like that. So I remember the basics of like math and economic math class and stuff like that. So it's like, that's not hard. At the same time, it's not easy. So it's like, as long as you don't overspend your credit card limit, and you have a job to back it up and pay for it back, you should be fine. But I ever took out my first ever credit card I took out was I was like in 2016. I was like 28, 29 at the time.
Oh
So
wow.
yeah. So I was frugal with my money since I was a kid, you know?
Yeah, my first credit card I got like shortly after I left high school. Because I had it in me, but I didn't use it until I got to college. And then
Mm,
like when I needed like $80 for a textbook, I didn't have that in cash. I'm like, okay, I can use this card. I knew I was gonna have to pay it back and everything, but obviously I was paying my old college tuition, so I had a job at the time too. So, um, but yeah, like I'm saying, it's just I wonder if there's an age limit, and if it's not, it's gonna be a problem. If there is, they didn't say that in the article.
yeah.